Artwork inspired by bees, butterflies, and bugs. Our learning targets for today are: we will begin drawing our bee, our butterfly, or our bug very large on a large sheet of white paper. The drawing must be symmetrical, which is the same on both sides. You should be adding lots of interesting details using patterns and lines, and then we will outline in Sharpie when we are done adding our details. Let's talk about, why do you think artists love making art about bees, butterflies, and other bugs? It has to do with the fact that nature is a part of our world, and artists are naturally very curious people. Oftentimes, they look to the natural world to be inspired by things that they see around them. Animals and creatures, even as small as bees, can be very beautiful and interesting to learn how to draw and create. Bees, especially, have recently become a very hot topic in the world of art. Because bees are becoming endangered in many places, and we need them very much to survive to help pollinate our food sources, artists are trying to help highlight this ecological concern by letting people know that we need to help take care of the bees. There are things that we can do to help bees survive, and so artists love to create artwork to help tell people about all these important things in our natural world. Here are some really cool bee sculptures. When we are done with our drawings, we're going to be working on wire sculptures too. Artists use many different kinds of materials to create artwork with. Take a look how all of these look different. Some of them are made out of wire, and some are made out of other metal parts or even painted. Here's a couple examples of amazing butterfly art. Artists also have loved to create artwork exclusively about butterflies and birds. Because butterflies and birds have very beautiful wings, it's a very fun subject to learn how to draw and paint just because they're so interesting and colorful to look at. Here's some examples of butterfly sculpture art. Maybe there's been a time where you've walked around a city or a park and have seen butterfly artwork yourself. I think these look pretty cool, and I love how they are all different and unique. I especially love how the ones where artists use recycled parts from different things you find around the world and try to make artwork out of them. Now, a lot of times, bugs are really good inspiration for children's books. And illustrators and graphic designers will often use bugs in either books or movies as subjects. We don't often see bugs as a main theme in art, but it's really cool to listen to stories and to see movies that have these beautiful creatures all over. Today, on day 1, you will choose a bee, a butterfly, and a bug to draw very large. I am going to want you to fold your paper in half before you begin. That is so that you can create a line of symmetry down the middle. And then over the line of symmetry, you will draw the body of your bee, your bug, or your butterfly large, and then one half of the paper will be used for the remaining wings or body parts, and the other half will be an identical copy of the first half. Remember, symmetrical means that things are the same on both sides. Sketch first using a pencil and fill the paper. We will always use a pencil first before we outline in Sharpie. Here's some examples for day 1. Look how these students really made their critters very large so they filled up almost the entire paper. This will make your image much more striking than making it small. We're focusing on bilateral symmetry, which is the kind of symmetry you typically see in nature with all creatures, whether it's a bee, a bug, a dog, a cat, or even a human. It's pretty cool how we all have that in common. Next week, we will complete our drawing and our outlining and adding details before we begin to color. We will be using colored pencil, crayon, and markers. You could start thinking about what kind of colors you would love to focus on. Your colors can be real or they can be imaginary. So think ahead. I wonder what details you will add next week. Remember, insects have loads of details. You can use patterns and lines and designs and even texture to make your drawing interesting. I wanted to show you a few examples of videos that you can watch on your own on YouTube if you need some help. If during class you get stuck and you are not sure how to draw a bee, a bug, or a butterfly, you could use a Chromebook and have it on silence so no one hears the video, and you could watch how to draw. Art for Kids Hub has several videos on how to draw bees, butterflies, and even ladybugs. You might even find some other videos out there too. Have fun drawing today, boys and girls. I can't wait to get back to school and see your wonderful artwork.